Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 1, which is Al-Einstein. So we have been discussed and choose land breeze and sea breeze for our topic today. So basically in this presentation, we will discuss more detail about what is land breeze, what is sea breeze, and we will explain more about what is these advantages and advantage of land breeze and sea breeze, the effect of the land breeze, and why Florida commonly getting sea breeze among the other countries in this world. Okay. So first, what is land breeze? Okay, the basic definition that everyone knows about land breeze is it occurs at night when water is warmer than land, where the air flows from cooler land surface to warmer water surface. So let's go more deeper about land breeze. So firstly, a land breeze is a type of wind that blows from the land to the ocean. Secondly, when there is a temperature difference between the land surface and the ocean, winds will move offshore. Thirdly, everyone knows that land breeze usually occur at night, right? Because during the day, the sun will hit land surfaces, but only to a depth of a few inches. At night, water will retain more of its heat than land surfaces because water has a high heat capacity. Next, the temperature of the land cools quickly without the insolation from the sun. In addition, heat is rapidly re-radiated back to the surrounding air, causing the water along the shore to then be warmer than the coastal land. This will create a net movement of air from the land towards the ocean. The fifth, wind movement will be produce difference in air pressure over the land and the ocean. I want you guys to know that warm air is less dense and rises. Therefore, cool air is more dense and sinks. As the temperature of the land surfaces cool, the warm air will rises and create a small area of high pressure near the land surface. And the last one, since winds blow from area of high to low pressure, the net movement of wind is from the shore to the water, and that is what we call land breeze.
Sea breeze, or we can call as onshore breeze. But what is sea breeze? Sea breeze is a local wind system characterized by a flow from the sea to the land during the day. Sea breeze alternate with the land breeze along the coastal region of the ocean and a large split in the absence of the strong large-scale wind system during the period of strong daytime heating or night cooling. Sea breeze also is a condition wherein the land gets heated rapidly than the sea nearby and the air column over the land rise upwards since the relative temperature of the sea or ocean is lower. The wind blows from the sea onto the land. This happens mostly during the daytime. How it occurs? Like example, an object will heat up or cooling down depend on its total energy budget. If the object gains more energy than it loses, the object warms. How much the object temperature increase depends on its thermal property. For example, heat capacity and heat, or we can call as thermal conductivity. Can it relate with the main physics concept? Yes. Sea breeze are referred to a direct thermal circulation. During the daytime, the land, which is a low specific heat and a poor conductor, heat much more quickly than water. As the land warms up, the air next to it is heat conduction and rise, warming the air above the land by the convection. That's all from me.
So I will continue the presentation, and my topic is about disadvantage of
land and sea breeze. So land and sea breeze pattern can influence fog distribution and pollution accumulation or dispersion over inland areas. Current research on land and sea breeze circulation pattern also include attempt to model wind patterns that affect energy requirements such as heating and cooling requirements in affected areas, as well as impact on weather-dependent operations such as aircraft operation. So when the cold air from the sea meets the warmer air from the land and creates a boundary like a shallow cold front, when this powerful front creates cumulus cloud, and if the air is humid and unstable, the front can sometimes trigger thunderstorm. If the flow aloft is aligned with the direction of the sea breeze, place experiencing the sea breeze frontal passage will have benign or fair weather for the remainder of the day. At the front warm air continues to flow upwards and cool air continually moves in to replace it, and so the front moves progressively inland. Its speed dependent on whether if it is assisted or hampered by the prevailing wind and the strength of the thermal contrast between land and sea. And at night, the sea breeze usually changes to a land breeze due to a reversal of the same mechanism. And that's all from me. I will pass my presentation to the next presenter.
Hi, so I'm Ilham. The next point is what is the effect of land breeze? At night, the land cools off faster than the ocean due to difference in their heat capacity, which forces the dying of the daytime sea breeze as the temperature of the land approaches that of the ocean. If the land becomes cooler than the adjacent sea surface temperature, the air pressure over the water will be lower than that of the land, setting up a land breeze blowing from the land to the sea, as long as the environmental surface wind pattern is not strong enough to oppose it. If there is sufficient moisture and instability available, the land breeze can cause showers or even thunderstorms over the water. Overnight, thunderstorms development offshore due to the land breeze can be a good predictor for the activity on the land the following day, as long as there are no expected changes to the weather pattern over the following 12 to 24 hours. This is mainly because the strength of the land breeze is weaker than the sea breeze. The land breeze will die once the land warms up again the next morning.
Let's see why Florida always getting the effect of sea breeze. Thunderstorm is caused by a powerful sea breeze front which frequently occurs in Florida, a peninsula surrounded on both east and west by the Atlantic Ocean and Gulf of Mexico, respectively. During the wet season, which typically lasts from June to September or October, any direction the winds are blowing will always be off the water. Thus, it makes the Florida the place that often struck by lightning in the United States, and one of the most on Earth. These storms also can produce significant hails due to the tremendous updraft it causes in the atmosphere, especially during times when the upper atmosphere is cooler, such as spring or fall. On a calm summer afternoon with a little prevailing winds, sea breeze from both coasts will collide in the middle, creating especially severe storms down at the center of the state. This thunderstorm can drift towards east or west coast, depends on the relative strength of the sea breeze, and sometimes survive to move out over the water at night, creating spectacular cloud-to-cloud lightning shows for hours after the sunset. Due to its large size, Lake Okeechobee, which also known as Florida Inland Sea, may also contribute to this activity by creating its own lake breeze, which collide with the east and west coast sea breeze. In Cuba, similar sea breeze collisions with southern and northern coasts will sometimes lead to storms.